Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 apartment renovation. So this apartment is actually the start of a brand new apartment renovation series that I'm going to be doing here on the channel, where I'm actually going to be renovating 6 different apartments, but I actually have a little bit of a story in mind for all of these, and these apartments are going to be part of my building a legacy apartment series. That's kind of what I decided to call this series, because it's kind of following along the line of a single family. It's following the story, I guess I should say, of a single family, and following along with them as they grow throughout the years and move to different places and all of that stuff. So yeah, we're starting off this series with a single sim. I'm going to be putting a picture of her up on the screen so that you guys can see her, but her name is Katara Bryant, and in my head she maybe just graduated university. I didn't want to go too in depth with what the Sims do for like careers and all of that stuff, because I do want to make these apartments at least a little bit like, not generic, but yeah, basically generic. I kind of want to make sure that these apartments aren't too super personalized, so that you guys can easily download them and change up whatever you need to change up to have it fit for whatever sim you're playing with. But basically in my head I just have a broad storyline, I guess, or a broad story arc in my head of these sims and what I picture their lives to be like. But basically this sim that we're starting off with, Katara, in my head, she just graduated university, she moved out of the dorms, and she's now living in San Myshuno. I don't exactly know what she does in San Myshuno, what her career is, but I think in my head I was thinking maybe along the lines of some sort of computer programmer type thing, maybe something in social media, or some sort of computer based job in my head. Anyway, so yeah, she's now living in San Myshuno and she just moved out of her dorms, like I said. So this is literally her first time living alone, apart from, in the dorms. So I wanted the apartment to look very dated. I wanted the apartment to kind of look like one of those, first apartments that people move into when, they don't come from a lot of money, so they don't have all of the newest things, and they can't afford to move into a really big fancy apartment for their first time living alone. And I wanted to make the furniture as well look a little bit mismatched. So I wanted to make a conscious effort to use different colored woods, because that's something that I almost never do in my builds. Whenever I build, I usually make a point out of, making sure that all of the wood tones match for all of the furniture. And, in real life as well, not just in your first apartment, but in real life later along the lines as well, you very rarely have matching furniture. I don't know about you guys, but in our house literally nothing matches. Like, there's no wood tone for anything that matches something else. So it's very normal to me to not have matching furniture, if that makes sense. But basically I wanted this apartment to kind of look like, the apartment is a little bit older. It hasn't been renovated in a while. With the really almost dated looking blue kitchen counters and the really old carpet and linoleum. You can see that this apartment has been here for a while, and it's never been renovated. Whoever owns it hasn't bothered renovating it, because maybe, maybe the apartment is just there because, the owner realizes that no, it's a neat TLC apartment, it needs a little bit of love and care, so maybe the people that rent it and come to live here don't really stay all too long. So the owner just never bothers to renovate it, because there's a constant stream of people like moving in, living there for a couple of months, and then moving out again. So they never bother to like actually upkeep the place and like keep up with, replacing the carpet and maybe like painting the walls and stuff like that. So I wanted to have the apartment have a very like dated look to all of it, and then I wanted to make sure that the furniture, like I said, weren't all matching. So I wanted to make it look like maybe she got her end table, so like the end table that I'm using in the living room and in the bedroom, and then maybe the bed frame, for example, or hand-me-downs that she got, maybe from a relative when they were moving, or maybe she got them second-hand at the second-hand store. or something like that, because those end tables do look rather nice. And then we have stuff like the the coffee table and the not end table, what is it called again, the console table. Yeah, the console table that the TV is on in the living room, and the desk. They're all matching woods, so they're all like this grey wood tone. And in my head, maybe she got all of them from IKEA. They're all the more IKEA looking furniture as well from the base game. So maybe she got all of those items at IKEA, so that's why they kind of match a little bit better. And then, you know, you have these dark wood things that she maybe got second hand. The dining room table also, I think, is this greyish wood tone, so maybe she bought that at the same time as she got the desk and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to make it look very mismatched and kind of as realistic as I possibly could, all while keeping to the 20,000 simoleon budget. So that's kind of my idea with this whole series. I've given myself different budgets for each apartment to kind of coincide with, you know, having one sim live there, or maybe having like a couple live there, or like a young family. And in my head, these are all very like reachable amounts of money if you're actually playing the game. So for example, the next apartment that we're going to be doing is going to be a 30,000 simoleon apartment, and it's going to be for a couple, so Katara and a significant other. And in my head, 30,000 simoleons, whenever I play the game, that's a pretty easily, like, it's a pretty easy amount of money to reach if you have your sim start off with 20,000 and they have a career right off the bat. So yeah, it's pretty easy to make 30,000 simoleons, especially if, you know, you have two sims and they both work, and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm going to be trying to keep to different budgets for each of these apartments, and like I said, I'm going to be furnishing 6 different ones. 4 of them are going to be in San Myshuno, and then 2 of them are going to be in Evergreen Harbor. But I won't tell you guys too much about the other apartments because, you know, I don't want to take up too much of this voiceover talking about other apartments rather than the one that we're actually working on. But yeah, like I said, it has a 20,000 simoleon budget. I did have to go through and delete a couple of items before I uploaded it to the gallery, because for some reason the gallery said that it was more expensive than it actually was, because I started with a sim. So like, I started with a sim fresh out of Creator Sim, so she only had 20,000 simoleons. So I don't know what was up with the gallery. But yeah, I had to delete a couple of things. You will see, you know, what I changed in the screenshots. It's not really big changes, just some decorative things. But yeah, if you guys like this build and you want to download it, it is up on the gallery. I will have all of the like relevant gallery information, as well as a download link in the description, and hashtags and all of that stuff that you can use to find it. But yeah, if you guys like this build and if you're excited for this series, then definitely feel free to stick around. If you like the video, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, then feel free to hit the subscribe button. And remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited for this series, because I definitely am. And I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone!